So, Coventry versus Man United match preview. Wembley is where United is going to go. Wembley, we are Man United and we are going to Wembley, right? So guys, thank you very much for watching Rock and David. My name is Smash like button, comment and share. First video of the day coming in late, but I tell you, we are going to really improve and really bring you more and more content. I'm here to tell you that it's not over. It's not over, and we're really trying to secure just one last chance of us winning what we call a silverware in our season that is going to hit to be very dreadful. And as I told you that, however much it was written off in the Premier League, in the FA Cup, the journey still continues and there is no way we come out. Obviously bend the law, bend law to let and pave way for these other people to come in through and really get going. So let's see close to 300 likes much on this video as we talk this video. We come to this game of football when we are having an injury boost. Scott McTominay, Antony, and Harry Maguire all trained yesterday, as confirmed to us by Eric Ten Hag, and they're going to be really in a very good mood. Obviously, face on this side called Coventry. So, who is out into that game of football? Martial is out. Malacia is out, Luke Shaw is out, Lindelof is out, Lisandro Martinez is out, Rafael Varane is out, John Evans is out. You know, I think those are players are really injured, but those of the players are really available. And you might see to it that Ten Hag is really going to line up very, very strongly against that side tomorrow in London. Then for the side of Coventry, their playmaker who created like 2 goals in their journey to reach the semi-finals, known as Casey Palmer, went ahead to get a second yellow card in that fixture. They really knocked out Wolverhampton Wanderers, and that's why he's not going to be part of this. But they're having 2 injuries. Jamie Allen is out and Sakamoto is also out. But also their players are really available into this. They are players that are really least known about, but I tell you, it's not going to be an easy tie because we are going to be playing in a stadium of Wembley capacitating 90,000 people. And those 90,000 people, we are going to share those funds. Like every team can provide 40 plus funds to really fill that stadium, meaning that it's really going to be a very, very hostile environment set up by that side. And these players are really going to come in here in high spirits. And Manchester United needs to obviously raise up to the occasion because the last time we played, obviously, went ahead to draw 2-2, right? 2-2 with, which side did we last play? We last played Bournemouth, and that game ended 2-2. So we are really on the down, and if I really want to lift the spirits of the players of Man United, this is the game that really comes in so early to say to it that we obviously rescue our season and take it to where we deserve to be. Because after playing against Coventry on Sunday, we are going to be hosting Sheffield United on Wednesday at Old Trafford to see how things really pan out for the club of Man United. So that is it. And we anticipate a very high intensity game because teams like Coventry, what they give you is intensity. They'll run and all those players will give their all to the team they're playing for. That is it. And it will be, and the onus will be on Man United and the players. Will they raise up to the occasion or not? Because these United players can surprise you. There is a moment you feel like they're now going to hate to find themselves in a position of really giving themselves something special and rise up to the occasion. They don't. When you really don't give them a chance, they obviously come up and rise up to the occasion. By the way, in the previous 3 games they've gone ahead to play, I tell you what, I had given United a chance to win against Brentford, against Chelsea, against Liverpool, and against Bournemouth. I thought at least out of the possible 12 points would have gone ahead to collect 10 or 9, but we only went ahead to collect, I think, 3 points, and we lost the 9. It shows you how ugly we've gone ahead to be in form as a club of Man United. So for me, I'm just here waiting to see how things pan out. But let's go into the predicted starting 11 for the club of Man United as we take on Coventry City down at Wembley in there for you. Now, the system is a 4-2-3-1 for the club of Man United as usual, and we anticipate that who is going to be in goal, no doubt about it. I don't think that Ten Hag is going to risk to obviously get in a tail Bendair. he's going to really get Andre Onana in goal. But if I'm Erik ten Hag, I would have gone ahead to give Atil Bendair a chance to play. I tell you this, I get him to play in goal because I think when you're playing against Newport, he put in a very good exposure for the club of Man United into that game. Then on the right, I think it's gonna be Aaron Wan-Bissaka coming into to play as the right back into the team. On the left, it's really gonna be none other than Diego Dallo because we don't have any fully fit left back. In the central defense, we are welcoming back Harry Maguire to play into that ilk in there. And then on the left side of the central defense, we anticipate that it's going to be Kambwala playing in that central defense with Harry Maguire. And I think Kambwala went ahead to put up a very big show when you're playing against Liverpool. And I was really very, very disappointed with some of the pundits when they went in and we went in for this young lad. I said that was really uncalled for because against Liverpool, he played very well. Against Bournemouth, we conceded the first goal. But who loses that ball? It's Alejandro Garnacho. So he's a guy that deserves all what he wants to get as praise because he has gone ahead to do the needful. And I really want to see him play more games. If he plays tomorrow, I also want him to play on Wednesday against Sheffield. I want him to grow into this game such that he is one of the prospects of next season. In the preseason, I want to see Kambwala get in a lot of game time. Do you know why? United defenders, some of them like Harry Maguire, Lisandro Martinez, Lindelof will be available, you know. Some of them are going to be playing for their national teams in the Copa America, in the Euros, meaning that they won't return at United on time, meaning that the first preseason games that Manchester United is going to be playing, it's going to be Kambwala. And I want to see Kambwala play until the end of the season. You get? So I want him to be in the team. Play Sheffield, play against whichever side we're going to be playing against, and obviously establish himself as that player, because there is that confidence you get when you really get that assurance that tomorrow I'm starting. If the manager gives you that confidence and builds it in you, I think it's going to be really important. So for me, that's my back five for the club of Man United. Then double pivot, obviously Casemiro and Kobe Mainoo. For me, they obviously get into that team for the club of Man United to do that double pivot job, because for us, all you want is to get in the final and really lift this trophy. That is it. That's what we want as a club of Man United. We want that to win this trophy, and we are gonna be knowing who are we gonna be playing in the final if at all we go through today, because Man City is gonna be facing the side of Chelsea later today. So that is the double pivot for Man United. Ahead of them, obviously, I put Bruno Fernandes Borges, you know. However much he's really having our season, but you give him this game. But I think Mason Mount also deserves a chance to be played as a number 10 for the club of Man United, because we all know that he can offer something different from what Bruno offers to the club of Man United. Because for Bruno Fernandes, that midfield is left exposed because we are not having compactness, as Bruno Fernandes keeps running like a headless chicken all over the pitch. He sends himself to do jobs that are not his. For example, why do you run to the right and to the wide left? You know, to the out wide right and left. Yet you're supposed to be playing in the center. You are supposed to obviously be next to Kobe Mainoo and Casemiro when you are being attacked. You get? Such that we are really having compactness into the midfield and see to it that we really suffocate the opponent. On the right, I tell you what, I go with Antony. I give Antony a go to play into this game of football to start. Antony or Amad Diallo. Those are the players I could give a go into this beautiful game of football to start. On the left, I go with Alejandro Garnacho. That is it. Garnacho went ahead to settle all what he did, and Ten Hag told us that he's a young player, that's why he did what he did, and he really gives him a benefit of doubt that he's really gonna get well on. He trained with the club of Man United, and that's why you see to it that players like Garnacho are really into this team with Antony. Even Antony is returning from injury. Then we have Rasmus Højlund to lead the line. And guess what? I've gone ahead to bench Marcus Rashford. There is no way I would love to see Marcus Rashford start in that team. And I will be one of the most people ranting to Eric Ten Hag for giving him a go. Because I tell you, there is nothing that this guy is going to hate to do that has put him or that has given him a chance to start in any of the teams. That is it. So, all I want to let you know is that Manchester United should line up like this. The bench should be having Mason Mount, Amadi Diallo, Marcus Rashford, Scott McTominay is also back, should be on the bench. Then Amrabat, Amaz, the young star. Then Whitley will come in through, and the other is it Anowinye, that young guy, to come in through and do the job for the club of Man United. And we don't need to obviously talk about anything concerning tactics. All you have to do is score the first goal. After scoring the first goal, go for the second one, go for the third or fourth, kill off this game. Don't allow this team to obviously have a chance that they can obviously get on and really play alongside us. Don't give them that chance. Don't give them that allowance to dream. Never at any point you should allow them to be doing so. So, for me, all I want is simple. I want to see this side of Man United coming in through and really doing the needful. That we should see the players representing, or you want to win the final. The beauty of the final is Lisandro Martinez will be available, Martial will be available, Varane will be available, Luke Shaw will be available, Malacia will be available, meaning that it might be one of those games that will be playing to really sum up the season. Let me see, when is the final of the FA Cup? FA Cup final. When is the date? I really want to know when the final is really going to be played. The final is going to be played on the 25th of May. And remember, the season would have gone ahead to end on the 19th. So, we'll be having 6 days later to obviously kill off that game of football. And you never know, we might really put up one of the biggest performances. And I tell you, even if it's Man City in the final, if you're really having our lineup as supposed to be Onana, Dallo, Shaw, Lisandro Martinez, Varane, Casemiro, Kobe Mainoo, Bruno Fernandes, Garnacho, Rashford if at all he picks up, and Rasmus Højlund, with the likes of Scott McTominay on the bench, Martial, and name it, I tell you, we can win that trophy. We can, because we'll be having lots of buttons to press to see to it that we obviously turn around that fixture, something that couldn't be done at the Etihad Stadium. Now, the head-to-head stats from Google. Man United have won 13 of their last 15 meetings with Coventry in all competitions. We've only gone ahead to lose 2. This is the first game between the sides since September 2007, with the Sky Blue winning 2-0 at Old Trafford in the League Cup. So, they last won in 2007, but we are having almost a 98 winning margin. They've gone ahead to win on 2%. Secondly, this is the first FA Cup meeting between Coventry City and Man United since the 4th round in 1986 to 1987, with the Sky Blues winning 1-0 en route to winning the trophy. Before that, they met in 1984 and 85, 4th round, with the Red Devils winning 2-1 en route to winning the trophy. So, looks like whoever's gonna hit to beat one another between Man United and Coventry has gonna hit to win a trophy on all the occasions we're gonna hit to meet in the FA Cup. Then thirdly, Man United are playing in the 32nd FA Cup semi-final tie, 2 more than any other side. Victory would see them reach the final for the competition for a record 22nd time, currently tied with Arsenal on 21. Yeah, so Arsenal's gonna hit to play the final of the FA Cup 21 times. The same applies to Man United. We've gone ahead to play 21 times into the finals of the FA Cup. So we go there, we become the most capped side to play in the FA Cup final. Fourthly, Man United are looking to reach the FA Cup final in consecutive seasons for the first time since 2004-2005, while they are looking to reach back-to-back finals at Wembley for the first time since run of 3 between 1994 and 1996. So, we want to really play in the final. Remember last year we played in the final at Wembley and we won, and we lost to Man City by 2-1, and now we are knocking on the door to obviously get into the final. Lastly, Coventry City are playing in just their second ever FA Cup semi-final, previously beating Leeds United in 1986 to 87 en route to winning the trophy. And remember, in that season, they went ahead to beat us. So, after reading all that, my prediction is Man United 3, Coventry 1. That is it. I give ourselves a 3-1 win, and I think we are going to win. But we need to really be proactive in everything, and we need to run, because I saw this team playing against Wolverhampton Wanderers and they ran them out and they won that game in the dying minutes. And this is one of the games that should keep Erik ten Hag on the job. I brought you a story yesterday about Nagelsmann being linked to Man United, and the story was like Nagelsmann his decision is going to be made between 5 to 6, 7 days, meaning that maybe Ineos is waiting to see how United is going to be acting when you are playing in the semi-finals. You play in the semi-finals, you reach there, and everything is really going to be okay. So that is my probable starting 11. My prediction is 3-1. Who do you start? Who don't you start? All that and more into the comment section. Rokan David is my name. Sign out for now. See you later. And I cover you all in the precious blood of Jesus Christ. The Muslims, Barakallahu fikum. We out.